diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
Get noticed, advertise with us. Call 0714-474-433 or 0759-728-168 to place your bookings now. Ndejje University TV is available on free-to-air, Go TV, and Your TV. Follow us on Facebook, Ndejje TV Live, Twitter at Ndejje TV Live, Instagram, Ndejje TV Live, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ndejje University TV. Ndejje University TV, your source of knowledge and wisdom.
Coming up on Live at 8, Ugandans expect much from the 2023-2024 national budget. Beating plastic pollution, citizens offer solutions to protect the environment. And in sports, Uganda's junior golfers aim high as they depart for Junior Golf World Cup. This and much more in Live at 8. Welcome and thank you for watching Ndejje University TV. This is Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU and here are the news in details. On Thursday, the 15th, 2023, the Uganda national budget shall be made to take its first stage of implementation by the State Minister of Finance, and Ugandans are more expectant of the tremendously developmental strategies by the course of the new budget. Let's have more on that story.
Despite the previous challenges to the success of the national budgets, ranging from the COVID-19 impact, uncertainties from political instabilities, and forecasted climate changes resulting into crisis and the deficit of the national funding, to misallocation, corruption, and embezzlement of the pre-estimated expenditures for as far as the national budget is concerned. Today, one day to the reading of the national budget, Uganda scientists and health workers have raised their voices of expectations from the national budget to the state. Their suggestions center to the government having more designated funds for transport and construction of roads, revamping education and having more portions of the budget directed to the health sector.
Increment, that's an obvious case. There's going to be an increment in the monies, for example, I think these guys have to increase monies to work on these roads. Like this road I'm talking about, you see it has some potholes. They should increase some money in education, because for real education services are very low and they are very poor compared to other countries.
Like in this education system that they are put in place, most especially for those in secondary. So education should be fostered well, right from the roots. Yeah, I think that will change the perception of the people's attitude and mind about the education system in Uganda. So I think they should look into both things.
Health is it's the priority. So I'm expecting government to put more about the health sector and maybe education sector too.
Uganda, basically we are still not hoping much. Instead, it is only disappointments, majorly in health, which we mean that the health is for all, the poor and the rich. But here, purposely me, as Njamachi Dennis, I should be considering in this budget, health to be first. But I was again recently disappointed when I saw Minister disappointing his fellow, even majorly health minister disappointing his fellow health personnel who are interns. That it should be that they should lose their payments. Purposely, for sure, these people who are employed in the government, doctors on employment, they are not working. They are interns who are doing the big work. And again, they are not going to get their allowances, which means the person who is hungry is going to work on a person. How can you resuscitate a person when you are also needed to be resuscitated? You are also hungry.
However, most of them caution the government to have their salaries reserved always, as a priority being that they are the backbones of health.
Maybe they could solve the issues with the intern doctors. I understand that they are demanding more pay. So I would say maybe they could find a way to take care of that issue so that the doctors can be able to have the pay they deserve and maybe be motivated to work on patients and all that. And basically, maybe I would also say accountability. So we know what we spend our money on and we see the results.
At least whatever they promised, like for the salaries, they should give us our pay, because they've taken like 2 months without paying, others in other districts of government. So I expect that they release enough money so that also our accounts are accredited.
Increase some money to those people in the, like the nurses, because the nurses get really a little money, yet they do a lot of work. They are on facilities from morning to evening, they get little money. So
I presume that they should talk about how they are going to enhance payments of medical workers, most especially the public sector, but also to enhance the work of the private workers so that they are motivated to work just like the way the government personnel are motivated.
Tomorrow we are bringing you the Ugandan National Budget of 2023-2024. Henry Mugwanya, Nina Namleme, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Nina Namleme, for that story. After the 5th of June celebration of the Environment Day, different individuals under the theme Beat Plastic Pollution have given their views in eradicating plastic pollution in the country. Annette Nakasozi with more on that story.
Turiatunga Julius, a Ugandan citizen from Mengo Hill in Lubaga Division, says that the government should sensitize and educate the community about the dangers of plastic pollution, limit, advise and tax plastic companies highly so that they opt to prevent littering plastic wastes.
The purpose of those plastics, how they can invest in them so that they can be recycled and be of use than the common person who doesn't know and even doesn't have the capacity some of the times to really use those plastics for use. Or the second point, you may find the government can hold those plastics so that they are not in supply. We use things which can be easily perish or which cannot have an effect to the environment. Third of it all, they can make some promotions to the health fraternity so that they can health educate to the people and they know the problem concerning the plastics. And the companies that are producing things related to the plastics, they can be advised or they can be taxed highly so that they can opt preventing the littering of the plastics to our environment.
Basing on my understanding, it should be for the government to enforce the company who are really dealing in products who use the plastics. It could be if you target the source. I think genuinely you have solved the problem.
I talk about plastic pollution. It's also called crude dumping. It falls under crude dumping because crude dumping it's where you drop any rubbish, anything that you do not use, that you regard as useless to any place. It has no precaution that you need to throw it in a bucket, you need to throw it in a dustbin, you need to throw it in a hole. But crude dumping means that you throw it anywhere. Plastics, as you know, like plastic bottles, we have bensins, we have cups, anything that you regard as useless to you, and you throw it anyhow. It's what we call plastic pollution. It has affected our environment. As we can see nowadays, we don't have food. Okay, we have a reduction in food production because when such plastics go into soil, when they block the holes, of course, as you know that we have microorganisms in the soil which help to break down organic matter to make the soil fertile.
Other citizens suggest that plastics and polythene should be totally abolished and replaced with the ancient packing papers as it was before.
You first sensitize the community. Yeah, we sensitize the community about how you can pollute the things. And also, like, you increase these companies, domestic waste companies. So, like, those guys who come and collect waste, you're finding and segregating these plastics on their vehicles. So maybe you can increase, not like you have few companies here in Kampala.
People should be sensitized. They should go according to what they know and what they think they can do for the environment. And whatever measures that are put in place, such as dustbins and whatnot, all those resources, they should take care and use them. And as well also recycling, that's a major one. People should recycle and do as much as they can to recycle. That's as best as I think people can do.
We can maybe ban if we don't have people to take them away, like the garbage collectors would come and collect. If we don't have, we have to just ban them.
Ugandans have been urged to put into consideration and implement the guidelines concerning plastics. Annette Nakasozi, Moses Njuchi, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Annette Nakasozi, for that story. And in sports, the Uganda national junior golf team was flagged off at the Uganda Golf Club, marking the beginning of their journey to Tokyo. The team's departure comes after their impressive qualification for the prestigious 2023 Tokyo Junior Golf World Cup that will take place in Japan. Let's have more on that story.
Boys teams, and these include Spain, South Africa, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, Canada.
The team secured their spot in the World Cup after an outstanding performance at the All-Africa Junior Golf Championship, which took place in April at Victoria Serena Golf Resort and Spa Course in Chigo. Despite finishing in second place, just behind South Africa, who claimed victory in the tournament, Uganda managed to secure one of the two available qualifying spots for the World Cup. The Uganda national junior golf team comprises of talented young golfers, including team captain Regan Joseph Akena, Juma Abiti, Ibrahim Semakula, and Collins Matovu. However, the team will unfortunately miss the presence of Abdu Kaketo, one of the standout players during the qualifier. Leading the contingent on their journey is the team manager Sam Kachungiri, accompanied by team coach Flavia Namakula.
The team has trained really well. We've been training since 27th of May. We had a team that came from South Africa, from the High Africa Performance Program. Mainly they came here to see that they prepare the team that is going to Japan, the team that we've seen. Mentally, physically, looked at their swings and all that. And when we went into the camp at Serena, we were basically looking at the things that we needed to work on with the swing, mentally, getting prepared mentally. So we should expect good results there.
Additional officials will join the team in Japan on Monday, ready to provide support throughout the competition. It is worth noting that both team captain Joseph Akena and Juma Abiti were also part of the senior team that represented Uganda at the Africa Region 4 Championship in Addis Ababa. Despite Uganda's loss to Kenya and finishing in second place, similar to the previous edition of the championship, Akena and Abiti expressed their determination to deliver an even better performance at the upcoming World Cup.
We competed first in Ethiopia before this time happened to go to Japan. The experience which we had there is a very great experience because we learned how not to give up, still be on pace, and still we are going to show up there still in Japan. So we are confident with that. We are going to do our level best there.
I went to Addis Ababa Golf Club for the Region 4 Golf Championship. I played with the Kenya #1, Mike Karanga, and I learned some few things about him. The guy was playing regulation, and he told me to play regulation. That's what I picked from Addis. And the other days that I tried to play what he told me, I played good golf. Then I'm well prepared for the World Cup. And my teammates, we have been training with our coach. Then we are confident we are going to play well.
The Toyota Junior Golf World Cup will commence next week with a practice round scheduled for Monday, followed by the official competition starting on Tuesday after the opening ceremony. This global event will see junior golfers from up to 20 countries competing against each other as they showcase their talents and represent their nations on an international stage. ANSLEM OJARU, Alicia Ranchiranda, live at 8. Thank you for watching. That has been Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. See you next time.